Our film begins with Josh Wheaton, a young Christian believer and a new university student. His first day at university with his girlfriend Cara. Josh was very excited to start his studies, but he discovered that he was in philosophy, which is supervised by a very atheist professor named Jeffrey Radisson. This is a doctor who does not like anyone talking about faith or God. Professor Radisson's challenge. On the very first day of school, Professor Radisson imposes something very strange on all the students that they must write the sentence God is dead on a piece of paper and go ahead and hand it over to him. To prove that they agree with his idea and that there is no need to discuss this topic of God's existence all year long. But Josh was the only one who refused to write this sentence because of his faith. Professor Radisson decided to challenge Josh and asked him to defend his belief in God in front of the class. He warned him that if he failed, he would fail the whole subject. Josh was left in a very difficult situation. His girlfriend Cara was telling him to stay away from this confrontation and to not lose his future. Unfortunately, she did not understand that he could not sell his faith and deny God easily. Josh went to Pastor Dave to ask for his advice. Pastor Dave encouraged him and said, "If God put you in this situation, then He will give you the strength to overcome it." Josh's first presentation. Josh started his first defense in front of everyone. He explained that science cannot deny the existence of God. Josh discussed the Big Bang Theory. He said that it was not against the idea that God created the universe. He tried to explain how the universe is so precisely arranged and designed. It is impossible that all of this happened by chance. But Radisson mocked him and said that science can explain everything and that there is no such thing as God. Radisson also rejected this talk and considered it weak. He encouraged the students to oppose Josh. Although Josh was nervous, he was determined to continue. Interwoven side stories. We also find in our film people who have faced struggles such as the story of Aisha, a Muslim girl secretly converted to Christianity, and when her father found out, he expelled her from the house. Amy Ryan's diagnosis, a famous journalist who loves her work very much. She discovered that she had cancer and began to doubt her life choices and began searching for a meaning for her life. Pastor Dave and his car, which breaks down every now and then, causing him to engage in simple faith challenges. Mina, a friend of Dr. Radisson, who treats her badly because of her belief in God. Josh's second presentation. And then Josh made the second presentation. He explained that faith and reason can live together. He used quotes from scientists and philosophers to support his position. Cara breaks up with Josh. Josh's girlfriend Cara was afraid for Josh's future and asked him to leave the class. But he refused and said that his faith was more important. The matter ended with their separation. Josh was psychologically broken, but he remained more determined. The big confrontation. In the last presentation, Radisson became more frustrated and started talking about evil and morality in order to oppose Josh. Josh started talking and discussing with him about evil and morality. And Josh confronted Radisson directly. He asked him, "Why do you hate God?" At that time, Radisson became emotional and admitted that he remained an atheist after his mother died of cancer when he was young. He was angry with God for allowing the suffering. Josh took advantage of this point and said that Radisson's anger at God is evidence of his existence. No one can hate something that doesn't even exist. In the end, the students voted for Josh and acknowledged that he successfully defended his faith. They admitted that God is not dead. Radisson's redemption arc. After the discussion, Radisson began to doubt his atheism. He read a letter from his mother that brought him back memories of her faith. While he was going to meet his ex-lover, Mina, he was hit by a car. In his final moments, Pastor Dave helped him pray to accept Christ before he died. The end. The film ended with the concert characters like Aisha and Amy who found solace and peace and renewed their faith in our Lord. In the end, the film ends with a very clear message: God is not dead. Everyone is asked to prove their faith and to not be scared to express their fear even if the circumstances are against it. Joyce Metushelah was with you. If you liked the movie, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. If anyone has not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Tell us in the comments what films you would like to watch in the coming period. Peace be upon you.